What's up everyone, I'm Andrew and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how you can customize your WooCommerce product pages using Elementor Pro, the Pro version of Elementor. This website is from one of our tutorials on how to build the WooCommerce website. If you like it, you can just check it out. But now we are going to customize the product pages. So this is a default product page that you get with your WooCommerce, and I'm also using the Astra theme, but it actually looks the same and basic in every theme. But in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can customize it. So let's start doing it. So I just bring my admin panel, and as I said, I have installed WooCommerce and Elementor and Elementor Pro. So you do need Elementor Pro for editing your product pages. Then if you have Elementor Pro, you can just click on templates and add new. Then we can select the type of template that we want to build. In this case, it's a product page. So I'm just going to come here and select single product. And then we can just give it a name. So I can just call it my single product. And then I can just click on create template. Now, of course, you can choose from a variety of templates, pre-built templates here, but we want to do it completely from scratch. So we are not going to use these templates here. We can just close this pop-up here and start building. So we have an empty page here, there's nothing here, and we can just put anything we want there, and it will be dynamic. So it will be showing dynamic tags which are on the left side here. So we have, for example, WooCommerce breadcrumb, or product title, or product price, or meta, or content. So the power here is using this pre-made and dynamic sections here and using them. So here we are just going to create a two column section here, and I'm also going to put my navigator on the right so I can just use it. So now let's just take a look at our default product page and see how we can actually know what elements we have to put there. So of course we want to have our images of product, and then the name, and probably the breadcrumb and the price and the add to cart button, but we want to customize it the way we want it. So here I'm just going to add my gallery on the left, and then we can just add the other information on the right. So I can just bring my elements, and we want to get the gallery here, product gallery, which is this product images. I can just put it on the left, and now we have the image here. Of course, it will be showing the image for each product. Elementor knows this, so you don't have to worry about it. And then I can just put my other content on the right. So we first want to add the breadcrumb here on the right, like this. And then we can just have the name and have the price. So for the name, let's just make it somehow more fancier. So we can use the name right from here. So of course we have the product name, which is this product title. I can just put it there and it will just show it here, but there are other ways for making more fancy style. So I don't need this, I can just remove it. And I'm just going to use my divider. So the divider is a default Elementor element, but now we are just going to add an element to it. So meaning we can have an icon or text, and in this case we are going to use text and a dynamic text. So it's really important. We have access to dynamic tags in the Pro version, and WooCommerce tags are in the dynamic tags, so you can just use them. That's super cool. So in this case, I'm just going to use post name. Actually, post title here will be the same as the product title, so that's right. I can just use post title here, and as you can see, we have awesome t-shirt here. We also can change the font and size, so I can just bring a style, and then we have the style for the divider and for the text. So I'm just going to change the typography. Let's just give it another font. Let's just use some not very fancy, but something readable and good, like Times is just okay. And now I can just make it larger using EM unit, which is very good for responsive design. And now we have the title here, super cool. I can also change the style for this lines here. So if I just open this divider section, I can just change the weight here. So I can just make it thicker, and maybe I can just use another color. You can just use anything that you want. Something like this. So we have our text and we have this here, and as you can see, there's a large gap here that I don't like, but we can just fix it. So if I just select this divider and bring advanced, we have access to margin and padding. In this case, I can just give it some negative margin. So I can just give some negative top margin here. So I have to just unlink the top, right, bottom, and left. And now I can just bring it higher like this. It will be just fine. Then you can just fix it for other devices if it's not looking good on all of your devices. So that's easy to do. And now we have the title, we have the breadcrumb. Then of course we want the price and the description. So let's just add them quickly. So we have the product price there, and also we want the description. That's it, short description. And finally, we want the purchase button here. So that's add to cart. And one thing here is that, as you can see, we are seeing this awesome shirt product here. So if I just bring my shop and clothing, we are actually not in the clothing, I think, but in the shop, we are seeing this one, but you can just change it. So I want to show you how you can do it. If you just bring setting and then preview setting, you can just choose any product that you want. In this case, it's actually showing awesome shirt. And of course, we have these options here, but you can just change it to any kind of product that you want. So I can just select another product. Let's say I want to do it for this cap. I can just search cap. And then I have to just click on apply and preview. And now we get a preview for the cap. And of course, we do not have that extra options here. That's super nice. And now we have all of them. Again, we can play with the margin. So I can just, for example, give it some negative margin here. So it will just go, first I have to unlink it, and then I can just make it go higher like this. Fine. We have all of them, and it's actually starting to look better, but there are room for lots of changes. And then I can just put related products on the bottom. So here I can just bring related products and just put it there. So we get related products as well. That's nice. And let's just add a border here for just showing the power, but you can just use any kind of Elementor feature. So I can just select my right column here and bring a style. And now I can just give it a solid border here. So I can just select solid. And give it some width like this, and then maybe I can just want to use a very light gray here and give it some border radius. And of course I have to give it some padding because it's actually touching the top bar here, and that's not cool. So I can just give it some padding in EM. And some margin for the actual box. So like this, we get the margin and the padding. So the margin actually is the space here, and the padding is a space inside the element. So that's the space inside the element. That's fine. And we can also give it some box shadow here. So I can just bring a style and box shadow in the border section, and we can just give it a very subtle box shadow there. Something like this is just fine. We can also give some padding here to this image here. So I can just bring advanced and padding and select EM and give it some padding like this. And we can also turn off this stale flash if you want to. So you can just select product images, and in the style you can just turn the stale flash off if you do not like it. You can also do it for the elements here, for the images here. So I can just bring style, and we can turn off the stale flash or change its color if we want to. So I can just turn it completely off, and as you can see, it's just looking much better. So let's just publish it to see how it's actually looking on the website. So when you click on publish, you get this pop-up that asks you where do you want to show it. So where do you want to display it? And in this case, we are going to use it for all products. You can select specific products, for example, a specific category or tag, or you can just exclude some products, which is nice. You can just create different layouts for some of your special products. But in this case, we're just going to use it for all of our products. And then I can just click on save and close. And now if I just bring my website and click on one of these products, it doesn't matter, we get this new look. Of course, there are room for making it much better. So we can just, for example, center this button here or this text or anything. So there are room for improvement, of course. And one thing I want to talk about is that if I just click on this add to cart, you get this message, but it's not looking very good. So it's very big here, and we can just fix it. So if I just bring Elementor, you can see that we have a section for WooCommerce notices. So we can just put this element right there on the top, or just anywhere we want. For example, if we just put it here and update. Now if I just refresh the page and add to cart, we get the message here. So you can just play with it. I don't think probably here is the best place, but you can just play with it. So, or style it. That's super cool and nice. We can also add reviews there. So we have product rating. You can just put it here above the name of product and publish. And now if I just refresh, we also should get the rating. This product does not have any rating, but if you turn on rating and if you have rating, it will show up here. And that's it, everyone. Thanks for watching. If you like this tutorial, please give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to our channel for more WordPress content. And like always, you can reach our team from the link in the description.